All right, it says I'm live. Can you hear me now? I'm not exactly sure what said. Okay. Bob says I'm good. All right. Well, hello. Let's see if you can find me again now that I'm started all over. So, hey, babe, can you turn that off so I'm not hearing myself repeat? Like, there we go. Awesome. Nothing like distraction. Anyhow, okay. Lisa's in the house. Good job. So, thank God I hadn't gotten too far. I was only, I think, about 3 minutes into my last one when I found out that I didn't have any sound. So that's good news. In any case, I was talking about just this journey, right? This journey of radiant health and impeccable well-being, and how it's it's really a lot. It's a lot of different things. It's not only it's it's your body, but it's also your mind, your thoughts, right? It's how you're responding to the world. And oh my gosh, I can't. I'm not going to be able to handle that. Excuse me for a moment while I go turn the volume down on Bob's computer because I can hear myself talking in the other room. Pardon me for a moment. Okay. Well, all right. Oh my goodness. What a day already, right? It's like you can plan all these things, you can try to be prepared or whatever, and then you just never know what's going to happen. You just have to deal with it. In any case, so um, so yeah, just so much to learn about staying healthy and vital and functional, right? To be able to move around in that, because when you lose your mobility, everything changes. Just really instantly changes for you. I don't know if you've ever had an experience where maybe you got injured in such a way that you weren't able to move around with the ease and the grace that you are accustomed to. And yeah, it kind of changes everything. I can remember after I had children how my body felt like my bottom felt like it was a lead weight. Like just trying to get up out of a chair was sometimes almost impossible. And I'm pretty sure for all you mamas out there, you probably remember that too. Right? I was just like, wow, it's so heavy. So there's just so much um, to learn about yourself. And it's like, it's so, this is not just learning about my body and stuff, but also like paying attention to my mind and what are my thoughts that I'm having and all these things, and just paying attention to all the myriad of things that are happening with me as I'm embarking on this endeavor. And it's quite a lot. So it's amazing how miraculous our bodies are in their ability to um, initiate healing. If we just give them the right conditions, they can actually heal themselves. And so I've been thinking about my condition with my diagnosis of Hashimoto's, and I was thinking about what it would take to actually like possibly create an environment where my thyroid was in a state of health and well-being and balance. And there are these different kinds of fasts. And right now I've been doing the intermittent fast. Bob and I both have been fasting for about anywhere from 12 to 17 hours a day. On some days, I think there was one day that I went 20 hours. And so but I have a different relationship with food. But I'm also noticing my different relationship with food too. Like I'm noticing like the things that I'm craving or things that I want to eat when I do start eating again, like the things that I'm just drawn to. And they're probably not the best choices. In fact, I can absolutely say they're not that they're bad choices. They're not bad choices. They're just not the best choice, right? And so I'm getting to look at that. Like, why would I choose no, why would I make a choice for something that isn't the best for me? Right. And it's just like we just get into these, we get to unpack that for ourselves. Or I get to look at that for myself. I get to look at myself in this whole process, paying attention to what my mental chatter is and what's going on in my own brain. And there's a lot that's happening. There's a lot, you know? Um, so I'm learning a lot, learning more than I ever thought I could learn. And I also found that I can really dive deep down into a rabbit hole with all of this, right? Because once you like kind of just jump in, it just keeps going and going and going and going and going and going. And I'm sure that there's just tons of information that I haven't even heard yet, you know, not only from Dr. Mindy Pelz, but from other experts as well. So right now, my big infatuation is fast like a girl, right? Because I'm dealing with some hormone issues after going through menopause, and and I'm wanting to make sure that as I'm getting older, that I'm taking care of really important parts of my body, such as my thyroid, which is like the regulator for all of my hormones. So, oh, pardon me, that yawn just wanted to come out. But my thyroid is a regulator for all of my hormones, and I definitely want to keep that happy because if my hormones aren't being, or they're too low or they're too high or they're not being released in a timely manner, it can cause all kinds of crazy things to happen inside of my body. And I don't want that. I don't want crazy things happening inside of my body. Well, unless they're healthy, unless they're crazy healthy things happening inside my body. But so it's really important for me to figure this out. And I really do personally believe that my body has the ability to heal itself. All I have to do is figure out what the proper environment for that healing to take place in is. Right. So that is the whole thing. It's like I have to be my own detective. And really, when it comes to your own personal health, nobody's gonna dig, and do the research more than you when it comes to your own personal health. So doing all of this, I'm finding out all these things. Now, I also want to tell you that I'm not a medical professional, so I'm sharing with you my journey. I'm sharing with you, like, I'm a guinea pig right now. I'm the guinea pig in this whole experience. I'm the guinea pig, and I'm just giving you a little view of what's happening in my guinea pig world, right? Of what it is that I'm doing. Who knows? Maybe none of this stuff will work for me. Maybe, who knows what's going to happen. However, I think it's important. All this research is being done and all these studies and things like that. And there are some people that have gathered more information than I ever have. And so, I want to rely on the experts, right? So I've got Dr. Mindy here, Fast Like a Girl. This is a book, as you can see, I have it open. I was reading about the 3-day fast. And then the other book that I have of hers is The Menopause Reset. This is the book that I'm really paying attention to because this is the book that has more information, direct information about my particular circumstance. And then she has another book that she's written, I think, prior to these two books. I did not get that one. I just got her latest two. They seem to be perfect for what it is that I need. Let's see here. Who else is here? I don't know who that is, but Strixie, hello, welcome. But what I do know is that all of these things are presented so that we can try them. We can experiment with them. If they resonate with us, or if we think they might be a good idea, maybe it might. Who knows? Maybe it might really work well for me. And it might not work at all. I don't know. I know that I'm willing to find out. And she just has so much information, really. And just she's so excited about it. It almost makes me want to participate just because she's so excited about it. Now, I also hear that she has a Facebook group called The Resetters. I have not joined it yet, but I think on that Facebook group, they do fasts together. Like they'll do a 3-day fast together, or a 36-hour fast or a 48-hour fast. They'll do them together, and they do different things. And so in the little resetters class, or I should say group, that Dr. Mindy Pels has on Facebook, you can participate in like fast with the community, with her community. So I'm pretty sure that she's going to do one at the end of the year. So if you're thinking about doing a 3-day fast, that might be a great one to tap into. I'm going to actually go over there and sign up for the resetters, because I would be interested in finding out when she's going to do a group fast, because I think it would be kind of fun to do it with other people. It makes a difference for me. I'm one of those people. I'm a Pisces. I'm a fish. I like to swim in schools. So I love community. I love being around people. I love doing things with other people. It's really my favorite thing in the whole world to do. So we'll see. Right. In any case, I'm looking at doing a 3-day fast probably really soon. Even though I'm talking about doing something about the beginning of the new year, I'm thinking I might like to do a 3-day fast within the next week to 10 days. And I think it's because I really want to like shift my health. I really want to like kind of do something a little drastic with it. Do something epic, like a 3-day fast, 72 hours, no food, only water. Now, I know that you're supposed to prepare for fasts like this, and I was watching some of the videos where Mindy's explaining to us what we should be doing as we're getting ready to do a 3-day fast. I think that I've probably been doing most of that stuff already. There might be a couple of things that I would need to take a look at. But I think for the most part, I'm pretty much following the protocol. So I might be able to go maybe Wednesday. I don't think tomorrow. Maybe Wednesday or Thursday. I'll have to look at my calendar and see what my commitments are. But I'm thinking that I really want to shift my everything right now. I want to shift my eating. I want to shift my metabolism. And I think that a 72-hour fast might really help me in a couple of different areas. And I'm so excited to see how I feel. I've done fasts before, and there is a state of euphoria that you can reach after a certain period of time. Now, have I done a water fast? I think I did a water fast, believe it or not, when I was 16 years old, under some really unusual circumstances. But I did a water fast. But I think that's the only time in my life I've ever done a water fast. I did a 40-day juice fast. That's a little different. It was mostly vegetable juices, but it did have some fruit juices in there. So I'm pretty sure that I was messing with my glucose, with my blood sugar. So I'm pretty sure that that fasting just with water only is going to be a different experience. But I think I'm ready for it. I think I'm ready to clear my system out. I'm feeling a little heavy and sluggish lately. And I think that a 3-day fast would help me. So I'm going to look at my calendar and see when I might be able to do that. Yeah, I know, a pre-holiday fast. I think it will help to reset me. Because right now I am not, I'm really being challenged right now with getting into some sort of routine or regimen. I need to work on that. So we'll see what happens. Right. So that's what I'm thinking about. Thinking about doing a 3-day fast. I have done, remember I was saying I have done juice fasts in the past? Well, I don't know if you're familiar with this guy, the medical medium. He was talking a lot about celery juice, and he was touting the benefits of celery juice and drinking a glass of celery juice every day, and and all of this. And he really, I think him, I've been like on this, well, I've always been very health minded, but I can remember like following Joe Cross. Do you know who Joe Cross is? He's the guy who did Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. And I remember watching his movie and being really inspired by that, and then doing juicing a lot. It really kind of got me onto juice fasting, and that was the one who was inspiring me at that time. So Joe got me into doing fruit juices. Now, I was doing them I've been doing them for a long time. I've had a juicer, well, probably for 15, 20 years, right? And doing fruit juices and vegetable juices, and really, really thinking that that was like the elixir of life. So I don't know that I've ever done water fasts. I think they were mostly like juice fasting. Then when I went through my whole hormonal situation with my menopause, I started to there was a moment where I did go to a doctor, I don't know, probably 25 years ago, maybe 30 years ago. And they had said something about my thyroid at the time, and they wanted to put me on the thyroid medicine. And I refused the medicine. So I just didn't want to be on I didn't want to be on a pharmaceutical for the rest of my life. And they wouldn't prescribe me natural options, right? There was like a beef thyroid or something like that I could take, but I could only get it through a doctor. And so they wouldn't prescribe me that. And so I just didn't do anything with it. So I had this inkling that maybe my thyroid was not in the best shape, or maybe it was struggling. And so I went and I started to do some research. And, after following Anthony William, I also found this book, Thyroid Healing. And for 2 years, I followed this protocol. As you can see, I got a lot of stuff in there. I did, it was a very, very, very restrictive diet. And this was, this was before I was quote diagnosed, right? And so he talks a lot about the truth behind Hashimoto's, Graves, insomnia, hypothyroidism, thyroid nodules, and Epstein-Barr. So he's definitely talking thyroid language right here. And so I went to him and followed his protocol for like 2 years, and had still been doing it pretty much, like taking out a lot of things out of my diet, like eggs and things like that. So I was living on that protocol. And then that's when, not too long ago, Bob introduced me to Mindy. And then I was kind of like following her. And then she follows like a lot of the things. When you start really getting into like health and wellness, you begin to learn that some things are tried and true regardless of who's talking, right? Some things just stand the test of time. They've had enough research and enough studies done that proves that these particular things do work. Now, the way that people put them together and assemble them, and programs and stuff like that, they're all kind of different. So you just kind of find which one works for you. And right now, I'm really intrigued with this whole fasting and hormones. And I think that's going to be very helpful for me. So I had a big win today. I went and I worked out. I signed up for classes at the YMCA, and I went out today and I did 2 dancing classes, and they were a lot of fun. So with me, exercise has got to be fun, or I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. So thank God the YMCA has some fun exercise classes. One of them was called Dance Fitness. It was a blast. It was a blast. We were learning all kinds of things. It was so much fun. It was challenging my mind and my feet. And then there was a line dancing class, and that was a lot of fun too, So I got to meet new friends, and yeah, and then I got to dance. That's always a good time. And so I'm really excited about that. So other things are happening for me, right? Like I was saying, it kind of like just changes, um, like your whatever it is that you're putting your focus on in your life, it's so much more than just what you're focusing on. Like it has a ripple effect. It ripples out into all areas of your life. So I'm enjoying this journey, and thank you for being here. Thank you, Lisa, for being here. It's so good to see you. And yeah, that's the thing, is I struggle to stay consistent with my workouts too. That's why signing up for classes is good for me, because if I'm signed up for a class, then I'll go. And I like them. But to work out on my own at the house, oh my gosh. It's just hard. It's just harder. And I had a treadmill and all kinds of stuff here. And still not, just anyhow. So that's some of the mental stuff that I'm working on. Just really paying attention to my brain. That's a lot. That's a lot. There's a lot going on in there, right? And this is just one aspect of my life. There are so many other aspects of my life that have nothing to do with my health journey. Nothing. But one thing that's really important, though, in my health journey is the minimizing of stress. So bringing my stress levels down is super important. And so I've been working on that as well. All right. So I thank you so much for being here with me, and I really appreciate you. And I hope that this was informative in some way. And I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Have an awesome evening. Bye, everybody. Bye, Lisa.